All right, I'm back, everybody. I'm back. Sorry. How do I get rid of this? All right. Am I back? Hopefully I'm back. Everybody else back. Hi, Nita. Yes. Hi, Lisa. Sorry, it all disconnected. So I was in the middle of tying my double bow. And then it all went haywire. So hopefully everybody else comes back. And I'm gonna cut that off. Lucky it was taking me forever to tie my bow. And I realized before I did too much more of the card. I don't know how I'm gonna put that on YouTube. I'll have to put it on in 2 bits. I haven't worked out how to merge videos yet. Hi, Laura. It's always a bit difficult when technical issues happen like that. So I'm just gonna pin these down just a little bit. So these are cut out using the, thanks for coming back, Julie. Cut out using the Quiet Meadow dies. That'll held in there. And then we've got, thanks Megan, thanks for coming back. Everything all just disconnected. I set myself up a limit on Facebook of how much time I can have on Facebook. And I reduced that over the weekend, but usually I have no limit on Monday nights because it depends on how long my video goes for. But it didn't carry that bit over. So it cut out after my limit going, you've had enough time on Facebook today, get off. And Julie, that's how I end up doing so much stuff, because I stopped wasting so much of my time on Facebook. And I sit there on a weekend now and I schedule posts for like a week or 2 weeks at a time. I didn't schedule any this weekend, so next weekend I'll have to schedule 2 weeks worth. There's another card. So it looks like I'm actually on Facey every day, but I don't actually get on very much at all. I just sit from my laptop and schedule all the posts and don't do much of the work every day. I didn't know you could do that. I would be in trouble. Oh, I saw something not last year, the year before, when we all got made redundant at work. We had a lot of people come in and talk about resilience and like life and all this other stuff, and like how much time you waste on screen time and things. And I looked at mine and it was over 4 hours a day, but I do run a business from that, so it's a little bit different, but it was still an awful lot. And so after that I reduced it to 2 hours, and then I've reduced it again to an hour. So and you can set limits on all apps that you've got. So if you want to, you can. You just go into your screen time setting, well, for iPhone, your screen time setting. I don't know about Androids, but I did find that that's very dark. Is what it is. that it did help a little bit. So I'm just kind of randomly stamping that. It's helped me have more house work might actually happen if I did that. I've just found I've had more time. I don't get so time poor with like spending time with Hunter doing homework and things like that like I used to, because I can just schedule it a little bit better. And then I do, if I don't get much time on the weekends, I do usually do Monday night. I don't do too much scheduling or business work because I actually do my Facebook Live. And then Tuesday night, I usually move it across to YouTube, but I didn't do that last week. And so I need to move last week's and this week's across. Didn't stamp my greeting. And then Wednesdays I schedule some posts, blog posts and Facebook posts and Instagram posts. And then that way sometimes I then have the weekend free, which is even better. But by Thursday night I am absolutely shattered. I can't do anything on Thursday night or Friday night usually. So I usually have Thursday and Friday nights off with my business. And if I don't do too much during the week, then I end up having to work more on the weekends. It was a bit of an eye-opener, Megan, when I first realised how much screen time I had. And like we always talk about how much screen time kids should have, but not so much adults. And like my 4 hours was everything, which is because your screen time is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Messenger, Snapchat, all that stuff really. I was going to leave that out and get a doorbell. Cinnamon cider. And so I've now reset it that I don't have a time limit on Monday, so that shouldn't happen, which will be good. Now I've just cut these out with layering circles, and these are last year's DSP for last year's in colours. I haven't got any of the new in colour DSP or stuff because I've got so much of it from last year that I need to use up still. The teachers received the gifts that I gave them last week and they loved them. They were a big hit of the boxes of cards, which were awesome. So definitely might do something like that again. Now these should be, that's probably a bit more than 1 inch. I need room on my desk here. Cut that down to 1 inch. I love the voice this year. I was watching some of it over the weekend, which was nice. We saw the ads for, what is it? The Masked Singer. And my son loves The Masked Singer, so he can't wait for that to come back. I would say that's going to be on after Survivor. So I'm just turning these into banners. Alright, make a bit of a mess. Now on my card, I didn't see the ads for Masked Singer. Yes, it's Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner is one of the ads, and there's this big baby head. Singing. Now I'm just gonna wing this and make these a bit shorter. You could measure them. I had these 1-inch strips, or close enough to 1-inch strips. And I kind of want them all different lengths. And I'm just trying to cut straight. I'm not very good at it. You could get your trimmer if you need to. Oh God, I didn't cut one of them straight, did I? Right, and then we're going to ink around the edges of them. So has everyone gone through and made their wish list from the mini catalogue? Now that it's all up and running and available to everybody. I had quite a few orders in the first week of August, which was very lovely. I got to close a 22nd of September. God, I thought it started a bit earlier than that. Julie, that's forever away. It was nice to close off a host code so early in the month. Mine too, Leanne. I think I'm going to get the Whimsy set for Christmas this year. Oh, that just arrived in my order. This is beautiful. I think I'm going to do a class with the paper for this because the paper is really, really pretty. It's a lot prettier than I thought it was going to be. So I'm just waiting for my next order to arrive to then do up some classes. I can't wait for things for Christmas. Megan, that's too far away. I want the stuff now. The paper is awesome. It looks a lot prettier. Yeah, I wasn't going to get it. I was just going to stamp with a friend of mine, and then I saw the paper and I'm like, oh my God, I have to get that. Got clients on the phone. Oh, that's no good, Julie. Don't worry about it. I dropped everybody off before, but everyone came back, so that's good. All right, so now it's just a matter of putting this card together. Now I did stamp these flowers to give it a pop of color because this was a bit plain and boring. And I stamped them in the Magenta Madness, and they're stamped with the flower from the colour and contour. It does have an insert so you can colour it in, but I didn't really want that much pink, so I just did the outline. And then there is dies that cut that out as well. I want it now, but I've had a few complications. Oh, that's no good, Megan. And so this is the die that cuts out the flower. And then this is the die that I've used to cut out the sentiment. So these are the scalloped contour dies. And now it's just a matter of putting everything together. I think we're gonna use this ribbon though to break it up a bit too. I think we're just gonna do a bow though. Yeah, Vickie, it really kicked us all out. Already kicked us all out. I did, because I have a limit. I have a limit on Facey, and I don't usually have it on Monday nights. But I changed my settings. So now you all know my secrets. Fold this card base. Whoops, that went crooked, didn't it? Even with the scoring line there. There we go. That's a bit better. Ugh. So we're going to lay these up. This is a very different card than what I normally do. Come on, oh, it's gone too far. Yep. Oh, and now I'm out of tape. It always happens on camera. Always happens. There we go. I was wondering why that wasn't working. Oh, I've done that banner upside down with those words. Do you think anybody else would notice? Unless I told them? Instead of double-sided paint. It is. It is. I went through my adhesive box. I've got one of those, you know, those collapsible boxes that years ago we used to stick DVDs or something in. I've got one of those, and it's full of Stampin', Dimensionals, Stamp and Seal, Seal Plus, and glue dots. Every order I order 1 or 2 seals. Well, depends how often I'm ordering, but I usually put in my 2 class orders a month, plus then a couple of workshop orders from customers that I bundle together for postage costs and stuff. So usually every order I add a seal or 2 and a pack of thick white cardstock as my card bases. Pop that up there. Put them up there. And I don't know, I've got some of this greenery here still. No, we're not having that. And this bow. Oh, I smudged my sentiment a little bit. That's annoying. There. And that's our third card tonight. Fourth card tonight. We did 4 cards, ladies. No wonder I've gone over a little bit. So the only colour card base I didn't use is Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to sit here and add some bling because I can't just leave it at that. But this is a free stamp set that you get with every $90 order. So if you've got a few things out and you've already got some celebrations, I did overlook this the first time, but then I've seen it and now I've made all these cards with it. I'm back, keep flooring you. That's all right. So yes, thanks for joining me. And I hope to see you all back next week. Bye, ladies.